Test. Anyone can hear me? I'm still testing out my live settings, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly. Okay, so let's have fun watching me doing support on this motorcycle model. Great. So first up, let me explain why I choose this orientation. This orientation has the least amount of stepping lines. Okay. Ideally, I want to place it like this, but it's going to take a very long time to print. So I adjust it like this. So this orientation for the motorcycle body. And then here for the stand. Okay, so I think I will orient it like, and this should work. I can't believe I actually called you live. You have pretty much mastered. Yes, thank you. This is still a testing, okay? I'm not sure if I have the setting correct. And I could see that, oh my God, my internet speed is going down. Looks like I have to change to another internet connection. Let me change my connection first. Oof. Oh, stream health is poor. Oh my God. Looks like I have to change provider. Oh, oh, oh. And everything is gone. Hmm. Hmm. Oh my god. Okay, so Octavio Alonso asks, "Hi Dennis, will you review the Apex Maker?" Nope, they never contact me, and I don't have the fund to purchase new printer at the moment. Yo, what happened here? Hmm. Whoa, the buffering is very bad. Okay, thanks. Your opinion is very respectable for me. What a shame. Yeah, it can't be helped because I have to be honest. I live in Indonesia, and actually, I received several, actually, quite a lot of email that asked me to review their printer. But the moment they learn that I live in Indonesia, suddenly those companies will just disappear, ended up ghosting me. So nothing I can do about that. Okay, it looks like the connection is recovered now. I will continue with working on my support for the front wheel. Sorry, this is the back wheel. I guess this orientation will work. Front wheel. Hmm, I think this orientation also will work. So let's select all, go to support. I will remove the skate. Let's start adding Super Daddy. You could use this detection accuracy, I mean, for the islands detection, but I always prefer to do it by eye, you know, because I'm experienced user. We choose all of the lowest spot, the lowest island, and I will give them super daddy or zero point 0.4 millimeter support tip size. I will press E to add some support here. Oh, wait, I realized I forgot to turn this on. Yes, so you guys could see what I am typing. A. Okay. So all of the support that is zero point 0.4 millimeters or super heavy, they will experience or the main support to hold the pulling force. around here because I want to keep the details. I have to use like maybe middle size, but it need lots of. Hey, Mr. Arrow, you got in my way. Okay, here and then I will add again here and here. I'm gonna add a bunch more of for support. Mm, mm, mm. So if you want to learn like how I do support, I always drag my mouse around the model so I could see the islands because even the best slicer cannot detect all existing islands, and these are all islands. So let's continue with adding support. I use lychee. What's middle size on Chitu? Middle size is 0.2 millimeter. 0.2 millimeter tip size is my middle support settings. I like to keep everything neat. What I'm choosing now is the connection and auto snap. You could use auto snap like this, you could see, or you could manually press E, double click, and then build. E, double click, and then yeah. Now let's add some support here. Uh, Okay, that should be good for the bike chain. A little support there. I'm gonna place some 0.4 millimeter here. I already support the island, so I will use 0.3 millimeter just to keep everything stabilized. And then here we definitely have some islands, so back to 0.4 millimeters. The details is very small here. Back to 0.2. And then, sorry, super heavy. Here, I need to change this to 30. So the support middle is not in my way when I need to check for any island. And then use heavy 0.3 to stabilize here. I think I'm gonna add more over here. Same with the other side. Hmm. Okay, put some stabilizer here. Okay, I think we are looking good for the front fork. Fork. So this is definitely also another island. Super heavy. And then here, I like to keep things to be neat. So I will manually build them like so. This will be touching, so I need to pull this one back a bit. Press E and then use super heavy. Oh, sorry, A heavy. I use 0.3 now. And to add this to stabilize the model. Do you use the detection accuracy feature in CHITUBOX Pro for outlines? Yes, I could use that, but like I said before, I before the times of CHITUBOX and Lychee, there is no such thing as auto detection. So you have to train your eye, and yeah, I somewhat have a very good eye to check for island. And I have done I'm not sure how many models, but I think I could guess right away the moment I see the model to tell where are the islands. Do you have any advice for the Photon Ultra device? I have the Photon Ultra, but I have never been able to tame it. That depends on your issue. Maybe you could contact my social media and I can help you step by step and you could share the issue with me because I need to see what the issue and your print settings and yeah, I have to how should I say I have to know what the issue so I could help you tame the printer because Ultra is not a difficult printer. It's quite easy to use. I never review it, but I have friend that I help to tame it. Mhm. Let's add zero point 0.3 here to help stabilize everything. Here another island, so switch to zero point 0.4. Oh no, better yet, just add this. Okay, let me check connection status. Looking good. And this is a trick for all of you that are watching my live. Look at the small letter here. See, they are very tiny island. And there is no way that the slicer will detect them. And because they are very small, about zero point 0.2 millimeter extrude from the model, you don't have to support them. Trust me, it will print just fine. But on this letter here, because they are quite big, see the island over here, you need to support them, but I will work on them later. Now let's see over here. Is there any more island? No. And this is another island here. It is quite small and not the lowest point, so it will not experience a lot of pulling force because it is not the main support that hold all the pulling force. So heavy is enough. And then use this connection. With E, and this should work. And let me check. Is there anything? Is there any of the support touch the model? No, they are fine. And around here, sorry, yeah, this needs support too. And then E, and then here to stabilize. Okay, everything looking good so far. Let me continue with the bottom. See the island? See the black mark there? And also there, and then, yeah. So that's how I train myself to check for islands before any slicer have island detection. Again, because this is the lowest area and the biggest surface, I need to add more super heavy or zero point 0.4 and then along this line and then back to add stabilize the model. I need to add some at the tip here, but don't want to add more support middle. I will use this, press the E, lower it, double click, and then add the support. So I guess I'm done with the bottom of the model. Now let's head to the footstep. 0.3 is enough. And then to add some middle here to help the connection and keep everything stable. And the part here, see this overhang, you don't need support there. And then over here, I'm going to place 0.3. Is it touching the model? Nope. And then back to middle size, double click, and add the support tree. Yeah, we call it support tree. And then another one over here to keep it stable. This is another island, but 0.3 should be enough. I don't like this angle here. So I prefer to do it like this, drag it down, and then, wait, sorry, this is the size middle, 0.3, drag this down, and then move this here. Because there's a very small island here, I switch to light or 0.1 and then support here. Another small island here. Light will not be enough, so I switch to heavy and then place the small island here. Now let's do a quick eyeballing and check the model. Okay, more support here. Hmm, nah, see. I just like to keep things organized. Okay, looking good. Wait, not. Okay, this should be good. Hmm. And then at the 0.1, press E, double click. Okay, let's check the string status. Still looking good. Now I will use 0.1 for all the small letter here. Too much. Press E, support, support. Mm, They are quite small. I think they will survive, so I will add support here. Press E, drag it down. Support, support, support. This way I could minimize the amount of the support because I want to have the least amount of resin wasted for support only. A, then drag it down. E, support here and here. Let's check this area here. I think I can survive without adding support on this small letter here, but I think I do need some support here. Now let's work on this side here. A, E, drag it down, double click, add support, and add support. Okay, I need to have it here. Why you adding support in text? Sorry, what text? Because they are island and no such sorry, because they are island and there is no slicer could detect it. See, focus your attention on this area here. Okay, let me pick this bigger one. Let me delete this. See the island here on this area. Those are island. And also here, yeah, that is island. And the text here is quite big, so I need to support them. That is why do not rely 100% on any slicer island detection because they cannot beat experience. It looks ugly and this is much better. Okay, I think I almost finished with the text or S and C. Okay, let me repeat about this. Where is the S and C? Okay, why do I add support on this area here but not on the small letter here? They are too small, and if you add support, it will only damage the detail. But because they are very small, they also don't need support. And trust me, you will be fine with printing this small letter without support. Yeah, there is what I just said. Some might need support, but some do not need support. The S is very big compared to the project and then the advanced exhaust technology. So that is why only the S need to be support. The model, see, the model also needs support. They are quite big. Could you not just rotate the bike so the text on the other side would not need support. Mm, like I mentioned earlier in my life, I choose the orientation because yeah, I printed a lot of this bike and this gives the least amount of stepping lines. There might be some stepping lines here, but it is acceptable for me. But at least at the front face of the bike, it will look good. And also for the bike tank. Rotate the bike, and there is no other rotation that I could use where I could avoid to support the model at. Hey, yeah, there is no other orientation that I could use that I don't have to support the text. And if I support the top of the bike, if that is what you mean by rotate the bike upside down, it will look uglier. And there is one thing that you have to understand about support. We want to have the least damage. Uh, we want to have the least damage to the supported surface, but we have to also accept that the surface that are having supports, we could call it a sacrifice surface. At the end of the day, there is no such thing as 100% free of damage, especially when it comes to model support. I hope one day the printer, like, the if I remember the type, it is Projet. It could print your main model with their standard resin, and then it could print the support with different material that is water soluble. But the price of the printer is freaking expensive, and the details very bad. Okay, I will continue to support the model. I see is there any more island? See, we have a small island here. I will use heavy on this small island, and then over here. And hey, you so ugly. I need my support to be neat and organized. Why do you always generate over there? Yeah, much better. Hmm. See, another small island there. Island boy. I think I'll just use this as support middle. Okay, so I need to work on the other side. Move it here and over here. Okay. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Bonjour. Sorry, I don't speak French. Anyone could translate it for me. Bonjour. Zut. Pause. Sorry, I do not mean to be offensive, but I need someone to help me translate what TomTom Go said in the chat box. Now, another island here, one and then two, for instance. Yes, yeah. For orientation, always decide what side to destroy and what you preserve. Yes, I agree, 100%. And then use super heavy on this side here, heavy here. There we go. Let it play. Okay, I only can say the let it play. Whew. Let's continue. Now, this is tricky because there is a very small island here, and if I use this mini support, I might not be able to remove it. But because it is somewhat inside the model, if I should say, I think I can I think I can print it just fine without support this area here. Can you explain what you mean about the orientation? I'm super new to 3D printing and just got any cubic X6S. Okay, let me pause the support a bit. I will save it first. Mm, let's this here rotate. How to print rectangle correctly. I think I will make. I'm about to make a video about how to print rectangle correctly. Yes, because it will warp around the corner. And you could also watch my previous video about the support. I don't remember which video, but it is about supporting your edge and the corner. Now let's address orientation. This is orientation. You decide how your model will face during printing. Okay, and this is the orientation that I choose for the bike. Originally, when I load the model, let me delete it and open the model again. MV Agusta body. And this is the original orientation. If I print it like this this top area of the model will have a very bad stepping lines. In case you don't know what is a stepping lines, you could Google it. And this flat orientation will give a very strong pulling force. So I decide to orient it like this to minimize the stepping lines and also the pulling force, somewhat like this. Okay, this is the orientation that I decide for my model. And most of the time you want to avoid print your model flat most of the times. But if you could print flat or there is no other choice, then it is fine to print flat. And simply discussing orientation, I could end with like 6 hours of life. So it is a learning curve when it comes to 3D printing resin. So take your time and expect that you will have a lot of fail. Okay. At least today, resin are very cheap, only like $19 a bottle. But back when I started like 10 years ago, a bottle of resin is $250 without shipping and import tax. Okay, so I will continue to the support. I will just load my previous save. Yes, Masterclass Resin Printing Video 3 support base or flat model. And that is for Taufik Khairul about your issue to print rectangle correctly. You should watch that video. Let's select all and then go to the support. Now I need to add some stabilize support. For the handle, I will use the size heavy. And the same with the clutch handle. No, the clutch handle is kind of thin, so I will use middle size. Press E, double click, and then okay. Any recommendation for warping after or during curing for flat models? If you support the flat model, have the support facing up when you are curing. If there is no support on the model, uh, there I have two methods about that. One, you could cure side A for 30 seconds and then flip it, or you could keep the model upright and then cure them. Put it between transparent plates, yes, to keep them upright. But yeah, you could also use the side A and side B. Side A 30 seconds, flip it, side B 1 minute, and it will keep your model straight. Yeah, things got cheaper. Back then, about 10 years ago, the cheapest resin printer is only the printer and the projector is a separate part. The printer itself, $3,500, and the projector about $900. Yeah, so without shipping and import tax. So it really hurt my wallet if I have failed print. So yeah, that is how I get this. Can I say I get this good when doing support to minimize my failed print? Press E, change to heavy, press E, and then add stabilize support here. Switch to middle or 0.2, press E, and then add stabilize support here. Timur LM or Timur him. Hi, and hi everyone to those that are active in the chat box and those that do not active. Everyone is welcome. Now, this area here is the tricky part. Let me think for a bit. I think I will use 0.3. And like I said, I do not like this pen support shaft because it seems not unorganized and looks bad. So I will delete them. Press D. Oh, press D. Select your support and then D again to delete. I think I will do it like this. Oh, sorry. Switch to heavy. A, move it, press E, move it here, lift it up, and then adjust the support. Check if there anything touching. No, everything looking fine. And then I need to give some support tree here. I will use size middle. So when you enter edit mode, you press E. To add support, you press A. Okay. To change the support size during adding support and edit, you will have to stay in adding support mode. If you are in edit mode, press E, you cannot change the support size. Phew, and I'm here, this scratching my head at the info you mean uniformation printer, $800? Too bad. uh, Another one of the company that end up ghosting me after they email me to over printer to review, but yeah, it is their product, not mine. So they have to say. Now after change to middle, I press E again, double click here. See, double click, sorry, Double click here to add the support tree. Sorry, I move this over here and then this over here and then add more. Now, is there anything touching? No, looking good, but I want to raise a bit just to be safe. Seems like setting support is a whole job in itself. Yes, there are plenty of freelancer like me that specialize doing support for those Patreon that release model monthly. Because if you rely on auto support, about 70% of the time your print will just fail or you use and waste too much resin just for support. Again, place it here so I have a good support shape. Move it up here, lift it, and then drag it to the side. And I forgot I'm still on the size middle, stringing in resin. When will you review the new 3D Nova 14K printer? Did you like it? Honestly, I'm having issue with the printer and still working out on how to troubleshoot the printer. So yeah, for those that are watching the live, and I'm telling a sneak peek for my review. I think the printer has a design flaw, but I'm still on the testing. The printer is at another room until I could have a good fix to prove that the printer has a design flaw. I'm still on testing, but I have printed a lot of model. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me show you something that I printed with the 14K printer. Okay, I'm back. One thing for sure, the printer is very stable, but it has issue and my webcam cannot capture the bad print line. So sorry that I took a lot of time every time I testing a printer because yeah, I really do test them from every aspect. Now back to continue the support. Okay, the size is good, 0.3. I will move it here. Check it from the top. Have I placed it? No, a little bit to the left. Okay, looking good. Move to the front, lift it up. Now, let me show you a little bug about CHITUBOX. If you press this front viewport and you want to drag this, it will not work. You have to angle your camera a bit. Only then you could drag the support shaft. What is your preferred angle for the top of the support from the stem to the model? Oh, oh, okay. The connection dropped. Oh, one more question. I heard Fohammer say use the slicer that comes with the printer. Do you recommend the same? Should I be using any cubic slicer? Sorry, enigmatic referee production. We are talking about uniformation or any cubic printer? If you use any cubic, oh yes, yeah, you just got any cubic X6S. For any cubic printer, it is best to keep using any the Photon Workshop. And because if you use Lychee or CHITUBOX, somehow they always have some issue. For other printer, it is fine to use CHITUBOX or Lychee. According to you, should I buy Mega 8KS or wait for them to release Mega 12K? I'm not sure about Mega 12K. The last teaser from Frozen is Mega 8K V2. Maybe you should wait for Mega 8K V2 because Mega 8KS it is about 10 centimeters shorter compared to Mega 8K. And yes, it has a better design, but if you want to print big, then you should wait for Mega 8K V2. Okay, perfect. I'll make sure to use the photon slicer. Thank you again. Sorry for all the question. No need to sorry. This is why I'm going live to answer some question, right? And doing support is just a fill in. Wait, my kitty. Okay, I will continue with the support again. Press A, change to middle or zero point 0.2, press E, and then double click, and then add the support 3. And okay, let me, oh, the letter, wait, what happened? I have a blip. Okay, and the letter here also needs some support. Change to light support. Yeah. Again, I do not like this shape of the support. So I lift it higher, drag it down, press on the E, press E, double click, support the islands. Every time I said islands, I want to sing the island boy song. Again. Uh, yeah, very ugly lah. Okay. Oh, yeah. The side here has the exhaust, so nothing I can do except to accept it. Move it a little bit to the center. For slicer support is not the yes, I have to agree with S.C. For creating support, any cubic photon workshop is not the best slicer to support your model. You should support them on another slicer like Chitu or Lychee and then export them as STL and then only use the slicer, the Anycubic Photon Workshop, to slice your model. Let's continue. Press E, double click, support here. Let me adjust this so it look more organized and neat. Now, a single support like this might be quite weak, so I will add a bit of support to the side using heavy. Like that. Thank you so much, Dennis, for answer. You're welcome. Hello, greetings, direct from Portugal. So, from Portugal, what do you say if I want to say welcome? Please let me know in the chat box. Yeah, this is another ugly bug from CHITUBOX, but I've been using CHITUBOX since the first, like before even Lychee came out. So yeah, I'm so familiar with CHITUBOX. But honestly, I also do support on Lychee. Depends on my customer request, what kind of slicer that they prefer. All slicer when it comes to support. Let me do a quick glance for the model. Hmm, very small island here. Zero point 0.3 should be fine. See, I train my eyes a lot to check islands without using the support. Sorry, I mean the slicer detection. Do I need to support here? I think I should just a little bit so I could use middle size. I think I'm pretty much done with the body. Now let's add support to the front wheel. It is quite easy. Yeah, delete. What the scale of the resin motor model? It is about 43rd scale. So when support the tire or sorry, I mean the wheel, I choose this orientation because they are quite small. The size of the wheel only about 6 millimeters, if I remember correctly. So straight orientation is fine. I use super heavy or zero point 0.4 to a plus shape support like this. The center, sorry, and the rest for support is to keep it stable. And then add more stabilizer support. And I'm done with one wheel. Oh, I have to support here. And it is quite small area. Can I reach it? Can I reach it without mini support? Because I try to avoid mini support. Oh yeah, I think I can. But I think I can pull it up like this. Yep, looking good. Double click on edit mode to add some support here. Let's do with the disc brake on this side. Press E, sorry, I mean press A to add support. And then press E. And then double click to add support 3. And yeah, I'm done with the front wheel. Now for the rear. Hey, hey, hey. Use super heavy, the same shape. And then use heavy size to add stabilize for the model. And see over here we have an island. Hmm, let's see the shape. Okay, okay. I have to accept it because this area is kind of tricky. And then press E to add more support here. Most of the time, if you use heavy or 0.3 millimeter support tip size, you want to give another extra support for added strength. But I cannot use zero point 0.4 here because yeah, it will damage the model a lot. So I prefer to use 0.3 over here and add more support 0.3, 0.3 for added strength. Okay, now I think I am. Oh, wait. See, and I have to add support here. If not, this area will curl up or buckle up. And I will use middle size or zero point 0.2. That should be enough. And the other side. Okay, I'm done. And the last model is the bike stand. Back to super heavy. Mm-mm-mm. So one at the end, another one at the end, one at the center, one between, one in between, another one to extra strength, and another one on this side for extra strength. So we do not have any more island. So what's left is add support to stabilize the model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, too much distance. I want to organize them. Okay, and then extra support here. 1, 2, and 1 and 2. And look at this area here. These are corner. And remember from my video about masterclass resin printing episode 3, if you don't support the corner, they will curl up or buckle up, or how should I say, curl up, buckle up, and then this use middle over here, back to heavy for this side, and then middle for this side of the corner. I still have some corner that I have to support. I will just use middle or 0.2, pull it down a bit, and then add the support here, here, here. Okay, everything looking good. Now let's check for any accidental. Wait. Yes, I think I'm done with supporting the model. Now let's check for any accidental suction cup from the support bottom. There is a very small gap here. Nope, it will not cause any issue. No, everything looking good. Okay, I think I am done. Let's save it. And off to print. So now, as I have finished with the support and I have been staying live for like an hour before I end the live, is there any more question that you guys want to ask about 3D printing or maybe painting your model? I will wait a bit while playing with my support here. Hmm. See if I could improve the model. Always do a last quick check on your model because see, is there any support shaft that is too close for comfort or just not looking good at all. Give it some distance. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot to support the letters here. Let's use the light. Press E, double click, E, X, E, the letter D, and the letter E. I think, okay, everything looking good. Save it again. It's, I guess that's it for today's live. Uh, I guess that's it for today's live testing on the live settings. Looks like the settings works very well. I only need to figure out my internet connection for a more stable streaming. So see you guys in the next video and the next live video. And thank you guys for watching.